AITAH for wanting to accept a promotion even though my boyfriend says it's not the kind of life he wants.
Advice needed.
I, 25F, just got offered a pretty huge promotion at work, from being a coordinator for one business unit to becoming a global coordinator. It's a big jump, both in responsibilities and salary. I've been promoted every year since I started here. It's been 3 years, and this role is honestly something I never thought I'd reach this soon.
It would be a big deal financially and career-wise.
The only catch is that it involves some travel. The company is actually trying to reduce travel costs, so it wouldn't be constant. We have 4 business units in different parts of the world, Europe, Asia, South America, and I'd probably go to each once a year, for about a week each. So in total, like 4 weeks a year. My boyfriend, 32M, is not really okay with that. He didn't give me a direct ultimatum, but when I brought it up again after he already told me how he feels, he basically said that if I keep pushing for something he's clearly not comfortable with, then I must know what I truly want and that I should just pack my bags and leave.
It really hurt to hear that.
I get where he's coming from though. He wants a stable life, someone more family-focused, and has been upfront about that since the beginning.
But so have I about not wanting kids until 30.
Thing is, I've started to care more about those values too since being with him. But at the same time, I've always dreamed of having a successful career.
I've worked my A off for this.
And honestly, if teenage me could see where I could head towards now, doing work I love, getting recognition, making good money, and even getting to travel, she'd be amazed by the opportunity. I don't want to choose between love and ambition.
I really care about him and I don't want to lose what we have.
But I also don't want to say no to something I've wanted for so long and then spend years wondering what if. AITAH for wanting both. Later edit. First of all, thank you so much to everyone who took a few minutes of their lives to share their thoughts with me. I know I asked strangers on the internet for advice, but I often feel overwhelmed and stuck in my own head, and your objective perspectives really help bring some clarity. I'm sorry I couldn't reply and keep up with all the messages. I honestly did not expect so many responses. OMG, surprised face. I tried to talk to him and find some kind of middle ground. I explained that it is only 4 weeks per year abroad, and that I already spoke to my manager to make sure the traveling will not exceed 10% of my working time.
But now it seems like that is not enough either.
He is starting to bring up other issues, not just the traveling.
He does not like that I might need to adjust my working hours to match other time zones.
While that is partly true, I would still only work 8 hours a day, just maybe on a different schedule once a week. He is also worried about the people I might meet, especially the men. He does not like the idea of me going to dinners with clients, or sleeping in hotel rooms alone, because he might not be able to join me on each work trip. Also, he told me he won't accept me going on dinners while he waits for me in the hotel room. He does not like me talking to coworkers during breaks, which is why he insists I call him on every break I get. He gets annoyed if I do not reply to his texts right away or if it takes me 30 minutes to answer. He wants me to send him my calendar daily so he knows exactly when I have meetings. And if I do not let him know about every single work-related conversation with men, whether it is with coworkers, suppliers, or trainers, he gets upset and says I am hiding things.
He has very strong boundaries when it comes to my work.
No becoming friends with male coworkers, which I accepted without issues, cause anyways I don't socialize at work at all, no casual funny tone in messages or emails, no emojis, no hanging out after work, no sharing personal numbers with male colleagues unless he agrees with it. 2 weeks ago I went to a 3-day training in another city. I had to commute 4 hours every day because he did not want me to sleep at a hotel. On the last day, one of the participants suggested making a group chat so we could keep in touch professionally. I forgot to mention it right away, and when I told him the next day, he got mad and made me get up at 1 a.m. to show him the chat.
He is just very jealous when it comes to my professional life.
All this because before I met him, one of my coworkers, a man, became a good friend.
I had to cut contact and block that person once we got together. And I have never given him any reason to doubt me.
Sometimes I feel like giving up everything and just getting a basic job, like working in a supermarket. Not that there is anything wrong with that, but I mean quitting the career I love, just so he will finally stop trying to control me. But then I remember how much I love what I do and how lucky I am to have found something I am passionate about. Later edit 2. Sorry this will be long. For anyone wondering how I didn't see it until now, I honestly think it was gaslighting. Never thought I would say this, but some strangers, some meaning 10k holy sh3, made me realize how fucked up my life is. Looking back, here's the stuff that happened. At first, everything felt amazing. But even in the first couple of months, I noticed he was kinda possessive, but then I thought he was sweet and caring, especially coming from a relationship with a distant, cold, and indifferent boyfriend. I've always had more of an avoidant attachment style, so his need for closeness felt like a lot, but I tried to adjust. He quickly started pushing me away from all my guy friends. Within 6 months I had blocked literally all of them. We moved in together and he slowly started micromanaging my whole life. When he was at work, 13 hours without his phone, he expected me to write him down in our Insta convo everything I did, like when I left the house, went to the store, had an appointment, got home. So he could basically see a full timeline of my day.
He got in between me and my family too.
Suggested I only visit them while he was working, so I wouldn't waste any of our time together. I had to go everywhere with him, even if it meant sitting in silence while he hung out with a bunch of dudes talking about stuff I had no connection to.
He started giving opinions on how I looked.
Told me I lost too much weight. Then told me I gained weight. After surgery and a long recovery, he pressured me for 3 months straight to get back in shape. Wanted us to be a gym couple like him. In the first year I wasn't even allowed to go to the gym unless it was with him. He checked and validated my outfits before I left the house. And I dressed super modest, more like a old nanny, not at all revealing, but he'd still say certain clothes were too transparent or not appropriate if light hit them a certain way.
Told me I'm too pale and should go to the tanning salon.
Told me I dress better at work than at home, and that it bothered him that I get cozy whenever I get home. Then he started getting way too involved in my job, asked me to share my daily meeting calendar, text him constantly through the day, explain why I go on site instead of working from home. Told me to only take home office days when he was home. Give him way too much information about who X, Y, Z is, why do I have to work with him, why is anything part of my job, so on. He read my emails, checked my work messages, my work phone, my gallery, contacts, and the same on my personal phone. Always fixated on convos with guys, never with girls. Slowly, he took over all my time. It felt like my entire day belonged to him. I left him twice. Packed my stuff, went back to my parents. And I came back both times. I've had health issues every couple of months since moving in with him the first time. Before him, I was almost never sick. I have struggled with irritable bowel syndrome, acne, hair loss, 2 warts, an abscessed hair follicle that had to be operated on 3 times, ear infections, gluten intolerance, gingivitis, candidiasis twice, ovarian cyst infections, and weekly migraines. Honestly, I think my body started screaming what my brain wasn't ready to accept.
Get the FECK out, I am hurting. I know some of you might judge me more now after reading all this. But please believe me when I say I really didn't realize what was happening. I thought I was exaggerating. I thought this was just what relationships are like. I thought he would change. That he'd see how much it hurt me and try harder. That he'd start appreciating all the compromises. I never imagined someone could manipulate you this deeply while yelling at you, punching walls, throwing water on you. Yes, this did happen. And yeah, I made a lot of mistakes too.
I wasn't honest with him many times, because I knew the reaction would be explosive.
So I hid stuff. I went to the gym without telling him.
I vaped and didn't tell him because he banned from the begging vaping, alcohol and clubbing. I lied and said I had in-person meetings at work just to get a break from the house he was in and leave. I even told him I had a car payment just to avoid explaining where my money for vapes and helping my parents went. And I believed that I deserved all of this because of the lies. I still kinda do. But I know that I want to break this cycle. I want to get better. I want to deserve someone better someday. Because I haven't, and I still don't.
So thank you to everyone who's been messaging me.
I haven't read every single comment, but 99.9% of the ones I did hit me like a slap in the face in a good way.
Each one opened my eyes a little more. So thank you.
FCK it. No matter how manipulated you are by a narcissist, when 10,000 strangers tell you to wake up, you do. Now I see things clearer. Tomorrow I have a session with my therapist, the same one we saw in couples therapy.
She knows the dynamic. We're going to work on a safe exit plan.
I'm scared, but I know this has to end.